why. I got the snizzles too. Hello, everybody. Today I'm dishing out some tough love, because it's the only love I know how to give. I've been mingling with the writing community lately, and I've seen some really toxic opinions floating around. I'm talking about completely false impressions based on the writing industry, ones that could totally derail your progress. I think we need to talk about this. I'm here to correct some of you folks so you have a much more realistic expectation of what you're getting yourself into. It might be painful, it might be ugly, but I'm doing it out of love, straight from my cold black heart. Before I hand you your asses, a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is my absolute favorite online learning platform because it's specifically geared towards creators. They've got thousands of classes in a wide variety, including creative writing, business, graphic design, music, and so on. I myself have 2 marketing classes for writers available on Skillshare. One is all about how to build an author platform. The other is a step-by-step guide to planning a book release. And I may or may not have a 3rd class on the way. Skillshare is great because they have classes for creators at all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned pro, they've got you covered. Plus, all the classes are divided into teeny tiny modules, so they're super easy to fit into your schedule. Skillshare has a special deal just for you guys. Stick around until the end of this video for details. If you want to learn more about the writing and publishing process, be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell down below. That way you know as soon as I post a new video. I post content on Wednesdays as well as bonus content on Mondays. And don't forget, my dark fantasy novel, The Savior's Sister, is currently available for pre-sale in hardback, paperback, and ebook. Plus, everyone who pre-orders a copy of TSS is welcome to enter my pre-sale giveaway. I am handing out over 35 awesome prizes. All of the information is listed below. Get on it. Now it's time for some tough love. I am correcting 10 toxic opinions about the writing industry so you don't screw up your own journey. Number 1, you are not the exception. It's called the exception to the rule because there is a rule. You may think you're the next Stephen King, but Stephen King has been Stephen King for decades, and no one has dethroned him yet. The average fantasy novel is 90 to 120,000 words, with wiggle room on the high and low end, but you will be the exception to the rule with a novel that's a whopping 600,000 words. Can you think of a single 600,000 word novel that made it big within the last century? Neither can I. I'm not saying this to shit on your dreams. I think it's important to trust your gut, but it's also important to be able to differentiate between your gut and your ego. Your gut tells you you can do the incredible feat of writing a novel. Your ego tells you you're the single writer out of millions who will become a billionaire. Ego also tells you to release a dictionary of a novel and everyone will buy it. Take a breather. Think things over logically and humble yourself. Number 2, no one owes you anything. Readers are not gonna buy your book just because you're new, and damn it, you deserve the support. Do you really? Why should strangers spend their hard-earned cash on a writer they know absolutely nothing about? We all want readers to buy our books in droves, but when that doesn't happen, it's not the reader's fault. It's yours, or possibly your publisher, but mostly yours. Maybe you messed up the marketing, or hell, didn't market at all. Maybe your book cover looks like a page from a kid's coloring book. Maybe your book isn't good. There's a million reasons why your book may not sell, but readers don't appreciate my genius will never be one of them. You are not entitled to an audience, nor are you entitled to sales. You have to work for them. Number 3, no one's gonna do it for you. Even if you're traditionally published, the odds are you're gonna have to do a lot of the work by yourself. We love the idea of shipping the workload off to someone else. Let them handle all the boring stuff. The truth is, success in this industry is based off of the actions you take and the strategies you implement. And guess what? If you want someone to do the heavy lifting for you, it's gonna cost you. A lot of writers don't have that kind of money lying around. And if they do, it's because they've already done a lot of the hard work and earned the exposure and sales. Number 4, style is not an excuse. All writers have a particular style, and sometimes it allows you to break grammar rules here and there. It doesn't allow you to throw grammar, syntax, and punctuation out the window and take a massive shit on your manuscript. Back in my critiquing days, I once read a single sentence that was a 6-line paragraph. When I pointed out the run-on monstrosity, the writer got defensive, claiming it was his style. You might want to rethink your style then, cause it's a nightmare to read. You don't get to exhaust your readers and claim that it's because your style is different and edgy. I mean, you can, but don't expect any good reviews. Style and readability can and should coexist in your novel. Number 5, overnight success doesn't exist. We hear about overnight success stories all the time. Writers we've never heard of who are suddenly #1 New York Times bestsellers. All of us aspire toward this growth because it seems so easy. The truth is, there is nothing overnight about overnight success. We may be hearing about them for the first time, but we did not see the years they put into this book, and possibly multiple other books before then. We have no idea the struggles and rejection and exhaustion they've endured. I'm not saying this so you have sympathy for overnight successes. I'm saying this so you have realistic expectations for your own journey. Understand that if you want to be an overnight success, it's not gonna take one night, it'll take years. Number 6, you are not too good for the 9 to 5. Years ago, a friend of mine bragged to me that he had never worked a 9 to 5 in his entire life. He always had friends in high places to give him creative gigs. He never had to work a normal job being a cashier or a waiter like everyone else. And he was immensely proud of this because those jobs were so beneath him. In other words, he was an asshole, and we're not friends anymore. If you've never had to work an unfulfilling corporate job, that's fantastic. You are incredibly lucky. But this is not an achievement, it's fortunate circumstances. As shitty as it sounds, most creatives go through the 9 to 5 grind before they're able to make their creativity a full-time career. I know people who spent 5 to 20 years working a shit job before they were able to make writing their sole source of income. Please do not assume this is a step you get to automatically skip, and if by some circumstance you're able to do so, recognize how fortunate you are and be grateful for it, because it is definitely a gift. Number 7, you don't have to do shit. You don't have to write every single day. You don't have to do what the famous authors do. You don't have to take my writing advice or anyone else's writing advice. There is no one way to be a writer, and there is no one way to be successful. The only thing you have to do as a writer is write. That's it. Stop holding yourself to other people's standards when they don't fit for you. Number 8, you are not too smart to learn. This is an issue I mostly see among amateur writers, which is mind-blowing because amateur writers know the least about writing. The reason it's a less common mindset among seasoned writers is because we've messed up a million times. We've experienced the shame and humiliation that teaches you that you don't know everything. No matter where you are in your writing journey, it behooves you to understand one hard truth. You have a lot to learn. No matter how intelligent, well-versed, or educated you are, this fact will never change. Why? Because reader expectations always change. Writing rules always change. Publishing industry standards always change. If you want to last in this industry, you should be on the constant pursuit of education. I may or may not know about a platform that can help with this, but the name escapes me. Number 9, you're gonna get rejected. A lot of people assume rejection only comes with the query process, which means self-published authors get a break from it, right? Wrong. Agents and publishing houses aren't the only ones telling writers to fuck off. You may ask people to beta read for you, and they may reject you. You may offer to hire an editor, and they may reject you. You may hit up potential ARC reviewers, and they may reject you. It's going to happen, and it's gonna happen more than once. You can't throw a fit every time it happens. And number 10, you don't have to be perfect. This is not my way of telling you, don't hire an editor, publish your first draft with a hand-drawn cover and call it a day. But it is my way of telling you to maybe ease off the self-loathing and imposter syndrome. There isn't a single perfect writer in existence, nor is there a perfect book. You may think a book is perfect, but check the reviews. I doubt the opinion's unanimous. If there isn't a single perfect writer in the history of this industry, why are you holding yourself to such impossible standards? You will make mistakes, and it will be embarrassing. Dust yourself off and chalk it up as a learning experience. If the rest of the industry has to be flawed, you get to be flawed right along with us. Welcome to the club. We're weird and terrible. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned pro, if you want to brush up on your skills or you want to expand your creativity, Skillshare is the place for you. I cannot recommend them enough. The platform is super affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. However, right now you can get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free by clicking the link below. That's 2 months of access to thousands of creative classes, including my classes. So click the link below. I also have a new class coming out. I'm not exactly sure when, but it's coming, and you could possibly take it for free. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays with bonus content on Mondays. And if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, ring that bell. The Save Your Sister is available for pre-order in ebook, paperback, and hardback. I'm also hosting a massive, huge, enormous pre-sale giveaway. Everyone who enters will receive a 5-chapter teaser of TSS, plus I'm handing out over 35 prizes as well as grand prizes. I've got the information in the description below, so do yourself a favor and check it out. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and of course you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!
You've read Tobias's story. Now it's time for Layla's. The Savior Sister, coming soon.